Okay guys, so we just filmed this whole video. It was like 12, maybe 13 minutes. We forgot to show a very important plant off, so we're gonna show it off before we even start the video. So
yes, this is my okay guys, this one right here was the very first plant that I ever propagated. I cut this from a plant at his sister's house, only 3 strings, probably about this long, and I water propagated them, and it has grown into a plant that I have now turned into itself, so it grows into dirt more better. That sounds so lame, more better. But now it's gonna be able to have its own little plant, and it's so cute. I can't believe I did that. That was it's I guess my first ever propagation success, and it's crazy. It's over a year and like a half old
there's
now.
So many.
I know. There's so many different sizes too. They're like little babies, fat
Can I pop
ones.
one?
No. And then over here, I bought this plant last year, and it probably, I mean, like, it didn't even come out of the pot. And now, if you guys can see, they're all intertwined. And this one were both purchased. This one was a lot smaller, so it fits in my little group planter. But they've all grown, and I let them hang down here before, and so they grew into this pot, and now I'm growing them, and eventually when they grow long enough I'll cut them and I'll have another one. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, this is my favorite one. It's called the String of Pearls, and I always just I love it. It's my favorite one.
They're like Rapunzel.
I know. It's so cute. It looks like hair. That's why I loved having it in the group thing. I wish it could be turned around, but it's okay. The whole world can see it, I guess.
I'm trying. I can't get that. There we go. There's a little group chilling with his hair. Yeah,
so sorry we forgot to show you. Well,
so now we'll start the video.
Yay!
Enjoy, guys. What's going on YouTube? So it's Martin
and Kristina
from Thrift Store Gold back at you with another video. So today's video we're doing Ktina's plants again, episode 2. She's gonna be sharing you guys her propagated station and how she propagates a little bit, and then just share with you guys that. So hope you enjoy.
Okay, so I'm super excited to show you guys some of these plants because you didn't see them last time because they're kind of immobile from up here.
This is our bedroom we're in.
Yes, so it's my propagation station. Don't show this off though because the address and phone number's on it.
I'll make sure it's out of shot.
But anyway, so I'm going to show you guys a few different ways that I propagate because there's like 10 different propagation ways that I've done, so I don't think that many actually, but regardless. So I start off with the first one. I actually really like this. This is one I've had the most success with. It's water propagation. My string of pearls literally have bloomed like crazy, and so it's super cool. I'm going to plant those soon. As you guys can see, there's some roots in the bottom, so I'm really excited about that. Ooh, it looks so foggy. It's not that foggy in real life. Yeah, see, so many roots. But then I also have another string of pearls going over here because I always want to try and get more, as you guys will see.
You'll
or
see.
have you seen?
You saw a little bit in the intro.
But then I've never propagated one of these before. They're called elephant bushes. So I actually cut it off this big one up here just because I wanted to see if I could do it. And if you look right at the bottom of down there, there's some roots growing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really excited. I'm going to be able to propagate this one soon. Unfortunately though, the bar thing in here was like rusty, so I got a little rust on some of the leaves, so I have to be careful. But yeah. But then anyways, there's another one down here that's water propagating, and this one's really cute. So I love that one. But anyways, another one in water propagating, so it doesn't have to just be in these cute little like glass bulbs. It's literally the bottom of a water bottle that I cut. This one, it's green because there's some dirt on the bottom of this, but look at all those roots, so I'm going to be able to plant that one soon. But I even might cut it again because when you cut them like this, actually, I broke it. Well look! This leads me, what you literally do is you put it in dirt.
You take that little leaf and just put it in some dirt like that.
But anyway, so I cut this thing off of this thing, and so it has grown itself 2 new little plants on the top of that. So that's one perk of cutting them, is that you can get 1 or 2, but then you have another one right there. And so what I'll do is probably cut it in the middle and then plant the top part and then hope for that 2 more grow off the top of that one. So those, well, that's water propagation. I don't have too much going on with that right now, but those.
Be careful.
They're resilient. Kidding. But next one, I guess I'll show you guys this one, which is literally, it's my propagation station. It's a hot mess right now because I have so many in here, but basically these are all from leaves that have fallen off other plants that have died or whatever, or I cut that head off of actually one of my plants to see if it'll grow. But yeah, so like that one's a little head, those are little baby ones that came from leaves, just tons of crazy growing things in here. And
how much dirt is in here?
Not a lot.
So yeah, you just need like a little coating of dirt almost.
Yeah, if you can see, you can still see the bottom of it. So it just helps. It's because they're not big enough to like handle a lot of dirt yet, so you just need a little. But yeah, so that's super cool because I have so many that I'll be able to plant over the summer. I mean, like countless. So I'm really
There's
excited.
a ton of little babies like right here, some right there,
They're
ton
all
right
over.
here.
I know.
You guys can like see that.
So many. And yeah, it's just crazy. But anyway, so another way to propagate is to also let the plant just keep growing. I know that sounds silly, but this little guy has shot up out of nowhere. So he's growing, I believe, off of that big one right there. So the leaf has propagated itself. This one came out of nowhere. It's probably coming from that leaf. And yeah, this pot literally started off with just these two right here and has grown immensely. So that's one way to do it. Let's see, another one is, like I said, you cut it off the plants. I love this string of dolphins, so I want to have as many plants of them as I can. So I cut off a string to see if I could propagate it this way, and it looks like it's doing well. There are some little baby dolphins right up at the top, so I'm really excited for that. And also, quick showing off, this was green the other day, and now it's purple.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy. During different seasons, the succulents will change color. So a lot of these will end up pink and purple rather than like the green that you see during winter time. So. Okay, in here is just some more, like, I snipped this one off the top of my one plant. So hopefully it does well. It's called a string of buttons. I love it, but I don't know how it's doing. I've never propagated one of those, so I'll have to let you guys know. But if you can see, this was one that had a leaf on it, so like a quote-unquote mama leaf, and it no longer needs it, so it is almost killing it off. So basically, I can just mute that sigh out of there. Alright.
There we go.
Sometimes you have to pull a little bit harder, but regardless, you pull this off so that it can give all of its nutrients to itself rather than that leaf. And then you can just replant it if you pulled it out like I did, and it'll be fine. But yeah, basically, in a few weeks from now, this plant right here, or this leaf right here, is going to do the same thing, and then we'll just pull it off, and then you'll have your own plant. And then basically, you can take this one now and put it in its own little pot with dirt, and it should grow a lot bigger than what it would right now next to this one. But I have to contain them because I don't have enough pots or space.
We're running out of space here.
But quickly, in the middle of this, I'm going to explain how these all are growing so well, because last winter I'd had no luck with propagating at all. But it's because I have grow lights. Technically, they're fish tank lights.
They're fish tank LED lights.
Yeah, like salt water. Ooh, right. It could, I guess, be for also like freshwater lights too. But regardless, they grow with any kind of LED lights that you can find. So even if you had just like an LED bulb, that would work for a few of them as well. I have ones that have white and blue in it, so it has a little bit of a difference just because we actually learned this in the video. The Mark Rober
I was going to
video.
say, yeah, we learned from Mark Rober that light or plants that are green only need, like, they don't need green light.
Yeah,
because
so
they have enough green already.
Yeah, they need any other color light that you can find in the spectrum. But plants really like blue, purples, and reds, and also bright whites. So that would be why also, even though this one has been sitting under here this whole time, it's the sun outside that's changing it, so not these right here.
And tell them the tip for the windows with all your plants.
What is my tip?
You want like a east-facing window?
Oh,
or?
yeah, you want one. Well, it's a southeast-facing window because that is where the most sun will come into your house during the day. So I really don't know. I'm pretty sure this is the correct window just because they all do so well here, but I could be wrong. But anyways, some other ways to propagate is, like I said, let the plant grow. And look at that. These are notorious for they're called little pups. And they just produce them all around the plant. This one so far only has 2, but it's because I have it in such a small pot. So if I were to put it in something bigger, it would grow bigger. But like I said, gotta contain these because I have no space. Excuse me. Another way that I have learned you can propagate is if a plant breaks. So this plant, it was getting too long and it ended up snapping right here. So this was the top of it, and I cut it off and it has made its own little plant right there. Which you can tell if it's still nice and sturdy and not like mushy. But then over here, this one had grown 2 heads now, so it's fuzzy too. But so now I have 3 of them basically, so I'm really excited. And soon enough, these will be grown big enough that you can pop them off and then you can plant them like this one. So then another way is to get cuttings. So I get cuttings from eBay sometimes, and in like a lot of the pots that you've seen, that you guys saw downstairs, they were a lot of cuttings from them. I accidentally almost killed this one. I dropped the light on it the one day and it gouged it, so it's in repair right now.
It's seen better days.
Yes, but like I said before, you know it's still doing well if the plant is nice and sturdy and not like squishy, because that means it is either it's not soaking up enough water, so it's like drying out, or it's just rotting from the inside because, wow, that's really morbid, but it's rotting from
I was
the
gonna
inside
say that's fun
because it didn't take the dirt well. But my next propagating thing is called a propagation mandala, I think. I can't really remember, but it's just pretty.
It's pretty much like this, but organized. That's my take on it.
It's like this, but organized into art. But anyways, so I don't know if you guys saw last time, but I don't think there were babies on it, is what I meant. And now this time, a good portion of the leaves have them, if not almost all of them, or they have roots, which means hopefully soon they will have some babies.
See like a little baby right there. All these babies.
So many. This one right there had a little one on it when I put it in, and it's growing the biggest right now, so I'm super excited. But next, so this one, it's another way where you can kind of have all of them together. So I have in here one that I'll show this one that I cut off from California, a California plant when I was there visiting his sister. And it didn't do well all winter until I put it into this pot, and now it's growing like crazy. It's got a little baby on the inside. It's got one growing off the side. So basically it's doing everything that I tried to do manually by itself. But these ones spread very easily, so they propagate by themselves very easily, which also, so do these ones in here, which is why I have a plethora of them. But then also, like you can see, these plants are a lot bigger and still have a good, like, mother leaf to them. So you don't necessarily have to take it off. It's still giving the leaf, or still giving the plant good nutrients and everything. Did I have anything else? Well, I guess this one I can show you guys was also a little tiny leaf that has grown into a full plant now. It has its own stem and everything, so it's crazy how big that I have grown this one. I'm so proud of this one.
Wow.
Stem! But then also this one is a little cluster from a leaf, so even when you do propagate like a leaf, it doesn't necessarily mean you only get one. I ended up with like 3 little plants off of that one, so I'm really excited to see how that one grows because I don't even remember what leaf it came from or what plant. So I lose track of a lot of them. They all look the same in the end.
So, I think that was about it.
Oh, wait, no.
One more?
These cacti. I had no idea you could really propagate cacti. Whatever. I like to say cactus, but I had no idea you can propagate them. And so I was looking at eBay because I wanted these bunny ear cactus because I just love the look of them. They're so cute. They look like little bunny ears. But yeah, so I guess what you do is, like, if I wanted to do this, I would break off one of these little pads and stick it in the dirt, and it would start to grow a little tiny head like that, and then it'll turn into like a bunny ear. But regardless, they're super easy, I guess, and actually, I shouldn't say I guess, I know, because I've put all of these in here now. They all have roots, they're all doing great, and good thing with cactus is you can neglect them forever, so like I was not watering them as well as I should have been, and they're still doing great and thriving, so I'm really happy. It was fantastic. A good like find.
So that was our video.
Yes.
We hope you guys enjoyed Ktina's Plants Part 2. Smash that like button if you like this series so we know to keep going. We will keep going no matter what. And yeah, we hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you found some great information from Ktina's plants.
If you have any questions, let me know.
Yes, leave them in the comments down below. I'll make sure to have Kristina get to them. So that's the video's officially over. You guys can go punch the camera.